Unhelpful Yoda. Unhelpful Yoda.
Finish the type.
Finish the type.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's DJ with our brother Jeremy.
What's good?
And Spirit Bears.
Kinda cool.
Bring you our Justice Clubhouse Podcast number 17. This is a little bit confusing because we had one that was just 16, so we'll see if we get that one up before this one. But technically, this is number 17.
Yes.
This episode was of Supergirl titled City of Lost Children. You can find a speedtro right here. Roll the clip.
Guardian saves a woman from two thugs, but she yells at him to stay back. Wynn alerts him that the police are arriving and tells him that he did a good job. Kara and Lena catch up, but Lena keeps her work with Rhea a secret. Jimmy tells Wynn that the civilians are just as scared as the thugs he beats up. He believes that he isn't the beacon of hope that he thought he would be. A telekinetic alien then launches an attack on the city, which Supergirl promptly stops. John and Alex tell the team that they need to stop her right away. Wynn tells him that she is a Forian, who are usually a docile species. Mon-el and Kara go out to surveil the city, leaving Jimmy frustrated when John tells him to let him do their jobs. Lena becomes frustrated that the project she and Rhea are working on has come to an apparent halt. Mon-el chases after his mother, while Jimmy finds a lead on where to find a woman after interrogating an alien buying weed. He goes to her home and finds a young boy named Marcus, who he takes back to the DEO. Alex tries to get him to talk so that they can find his mother. Jimmy tells Wynn and John that he doesn't agree with the interrogation methods they are using. Alex proposes that he talks to the boy as they have a connection. Mon-el arrives and asks Wynn how he's able to track his mother's Daxamite ship, as he has a feeling that she's still around. The transmatter portal doesn't work, which continues to disappoint Lena. She compares herself to Lex and tells Rhea that she will never be as smart as him. Rhea tells her that she will figure it out, as she isn't a person who is obsessed with power like he was. An idea sparks and she gets to work. Jimmy brings Marcus to Catco and introduces him to Kara before showing him around. The two bond while getting to know each other, and Marcus finally talks. He tells Jimmy that his father died serving in the army just like Jimmy's did. Mon-el shows up and tells Kara that he thought he saw his mother the other night. He apologizes for not being mad at Rhea, even after all the horrible things she did. Kara tells him that she is his mother and she understands. Lena finishes the transmatter portal and tests it with Rhea. Meanwhile, Marcus sees his mother on TV and then unleashes his telekinetic powers at Catco, seemingly caused by the transmatter portal. Kara flies Marcus away from the building to lessen the damage and to save everyone. Team Supergirl group up at the DEO and they all agree that Jimmy is the only one who can get through to Marcus. Jimmy feels guilty for nearly putting everyone in jeopardy, so he walks off. John tells him that he understands how it feels to want to keep people safe like he does as Guardian. He then tells Jimmy that he can be a hero to Marcus if he believes. Wynn and Alex tell the team that they have traced high amounts of polyatomic anions near the city. Kara remembers the secret project Lena said she was working on and calls her. Ray answers the phone, having expected her to call. She tells Kara that she's going to come after her after she broke her family. She tells Kara that the destruction that will happen to Earth is on her. Mon-el tells his mother to leave the Earth alone, but she threatens them anyways. Jimmy talks to Marcus, who tells him that he and his mother have been discriminated on every planet they've been on. Jimmy tells him that he knows how he feels as he went through the same things growing up. He tells Marcus that Superman was his new guardian after his father died. Jimmy lets Marcus know that he can trust him. Marcus tells Jimmy that he knows where his mom is and can bring them to her. After some convincing, John allows Wynn to accompany Jimmy and Marcus to find his mom. They arrive at an abandoned warehouse and find his mother. Wynn tells him that he brought a telekinetic dampener that can protect them from being controlled by whoever controlled them. A group of Forians come out of the shadows, surprising Jimmy and Wynn. Lena is taken off guard when Rhea activates the transmatter portal and makes it so that it can't be shut down. Kara and Mon-el realize Rhea's plan is in motion and rush to confront her with John. Back at the warehouse, Wynn tells Jimmy that the telekinetic dampener will not be able to protect everyone. He warns Jimmy that the amount of telekinetic energy in the room will destroy everything. Jimmy tries to reach out to Marcus and hopes that he can break the chain. He gets through to Marcus and is able to break the control on the Forians. Mon-el, John, and Kara confront Rhea and try to shut down the transmatter portal. Mon-el realizes that his mother is trying to bring something to Earth. She uses a piece of white Martian tech to trap John within his mind. Mon-el threatens to kill his mother as Kara tries to stop the portal. He demands to know where Largand is, and she lies by telling her that he took his own life. He cannot find it in himself to shoot her, and National City watches as a fleet of 1,000 Daxamite ships come through the transmatter portal. Rhea reveals that she plans to conquer Earth to create a new Daxam. Will we ever see Jeremiah Danvers again? And Lillian Luthor with Cadmus? Will we ever see Lex Luthor? Who caught that Batman reference? Will Mon-el ever suit up before the end of the season? Who's excited to see Superman? And General Zod? Who will die by the end of this season? Will Jimmy be the new Guardian in Marcus's life? Can Team Supergirl stop Rhea? We'll find out in the next episode of Supergirl. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
One sentence.
Welcome to New Daxam.
You gotta sing it though. Welcome to New Daxam.
New Daxam.
New Daxam. So that's our little ditty for New Daxam. So getting into this episode, we finally get a Guardian and Jimmy episode.
Yeah.
Finally, he gets a storyline that's actually belongs to him.
Yeah.
For the most part.
He has found his purpose.
Yes. So basically, the beginning of the episode, it kind of like has Jimmy sort of kind of spiraling down throughout because he feels like the fear that he puts into the thugs he takes down also goes into the people he saves.
Yeah.
Because he's in dark armor.
So it seems like he's scaring just as many people as he's saving.
Yeah. And I like that they're kind of touching on race and like not knowing. You know, it's like people are like, it's current with what's going on in the world right now.
Yeah,
you know?
they're hero racist.
Yeah. and people just don't understand the very things that happen. And he's doing a good thing. He's saving people, like street level wise, and he's still not getting the recognition he deserves. Just like the character itself on the show is not really getting.
You still think he's
what?
classified? Do you still think he's classified as a vigilante?
Yeah, he's like Oliver Queen on his Earth. It's just people just don't get that yet. I think they're more of like the Supergirl like type heroes still, and like the Flash and stuff, because they're out every day and night. He's only out during nighttime. Mostly. He's taking on like
and he's not really a public figure as like Supergirl is.
So I sort of understand that fear, but if he's saving you, the least you could do is say thank you, lady, at the beginning.
I know, she's like, don't hurt me.
Yeah, and then Wynn's like, you did a good job, bud. Like, don't listen to her, stupid. So that kind of like plants a seed of doubt on whether he is doing the right thing as a Guardian throughout the episode.
Yes.
And that ties in because we are introduced to a Forian, which is a telekinetic group of people, and specifically one lady who attacked National City. And they go out and set to find her. And who do they find instead?
Her son.
Yes. What's his name?
Marcus? I
Yeah.
think?
Who has the same exact telekinetic abilities as she does. And he's a pretty, like, quiet kid. And for some reason, Jimmy's the only one that could get to him. Maybe it's because he saw his face and he knew that he was, like... He gave him something to trust in.
Father?
Yeah. That's what I said.
Is that you?
And all the while, we also have the diabolical plan that Rhea's, conjuring up with Lena. Well, Lena doesn't really know.
Super secret plan, guys.
Yeah. She's tricking Lena into creating the transmatter portal for a big purpose. And Mon-el, he found out that his mother is still around.
Yeah. That's
He's
good
like,
eyes, yo.
He's like, Wynn, how do you trace a ship? Just theoretically, hypothetical, like, how do you find a ship?
So how did she get here? Just she could teleport or what?
Yeah, she just... I think
she take a pod, or is the ship like unreachable, like untraceable?
Well, it's alien, so I'm assuming that it's like it can...
So it's higher
stealth mode.
Okay,
in space. Because I don't even think things like that could like sense those things in space. This is alien tech. True. So she's tricking she's tricking Lena. Lena's like, oh, I got this something cool to tell you, Kara, but I can't tell you yet. And Kara's like, okay, whatever. She's so like oblivious to whatever the heck Alina is really hiding. I would have been asking questions like, what's the secret project? Who you working with? Who you working with? What's going on? What who tell me now. But no, she didn't say any of that. Then we go back to the Marcus problem. He doesn't want to talk. His mom is carrying out somebody's bidding, attacking the city, scaring everybody. Rhea finally got the transmatter portal to turn on. And it's a gigantic thing. It looked like what did you say?
From season 2 of Flash.
Yes.
That that big ass machine that destroys all worlds.
What up with the circle thing?
I don't know.
Are you teasing Oa? Is Green Lantern coming? Just this, basically what Wynn built. Wynn built like a tiny version of it, and she built one that like a giant, like 300 foot monster could come through.
Yeah. And
when they activated the first time, Marcus's powers just are unleashed, and this is when he and Jimmy are bonding at the office after he met after he introduced him to Kara and
Tesh Schmocker.
Yeah, Eve, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
oh, that's her last name. Oh, okay. I thought that was her full name. Yeah.
And this kid is super powerful. He's just destroying Catco. And when I'll tell Supergirl
did you see that building?
Yeah.
Like after?
He decimated the top half of it. I don't know how that top half was still up there, but...
That's scary.
Mon-el couldn't really do anything. He was visiting Kara. He told her about his mom. And she totally gets it. Like, at least they're kind of like keeping the relationship to a minimal... like the drama for these last few... thankfully, this episode, they did that.
Yeah.
And so they realized that they need to get more info. They need to find his mother before things go worse. And Jimmy kind of felt like responsible for nearly getting everybody in Catco killed, so he tries to step away, but who tells him not to?
Jean.
And what did he say?
This is your path.
Be a hero.
Yeah.
You believe you ought to be a hero. And
this is your purpose. That's what he says.
Yeah. He gets through to Marcus. Marcus tells Jimmy that he knows where his mom is because they all have like a telepathic link, all the Forians. And Win is like, I'm coming because I want to go out in the field because I get more action than Jimmy does, and I need to be in this. So
Also, he's got to protect him, just in case.
So they follow Marcus. They find his mother, but they also find a bunch of Forians who are taking refuge in National City.
Yep.
And that was like a powerful moment before they went there, like how Marcus said that he and his mother were discriminated on every planet they've been on.
Yeah.
And Earth is no different. And that's crazy. Like, I like the messages. I don't care what some of you people say, like, oh, you shouldn't be putting politics in this. It's a good way to get it out. So that way you raise awareness to that sort of stuff. Because I know sometimes people, think that, actually, it's fine. I'm not even going to try to reason it out. I'm totally fine with having political messages within a show, especially if they do it right.
True.
And it's still entertaining. And it's pertaining to what's going on now in the world. So
teach your kids a lesson.
Yeah. The little device that Wynn brought, the telekinetic dampener, was only good for 2 telekinetics, not like 30 of that, or 12.
Yeah.
Okay. Right when they did that, Rhea she surprised Lena. She turned on the transmatter portal, and that's her diabolical plan. Ha ha ha! You can't turn it off. And this giant thing is just open for whatever to come out through the other side. Jimmy, though, he was able to break that little psychic link between the transmatter portal and all the Forians by reaching out to Marcus. But Team Supergirl, which was, in this case, Alex was back at DEO, I think. Kara, Mon-el, and Jean, they went to go fight her.
Yes.
Rhea.
Yes.
But for some reason, Jean keeps getting
he got kicked by a heel. That's it.
Well, he's supposed to be one of the most powerful beings in existence on these shows.
Yeah.
And he constantly gets the... You need to write him better.
Yeah.
He deserves more than that. Just like Jimmy's character deserves more than he gets.
That device after was also,
That was understandable, but the kick... He should have freaking tanked the kick.
That hurt. Ow.
Yeah. And she used a white Martian device to,
control. Yeah. Take over his mind.
Basically flood it with the worst memory he's had. And Mon-el was like, hey mom, we're pretty strong, but we're not bulletproof. And he holds a gun to her, and he was about to jack her up while Kara tried to shut down that portal by I don't know, she was shooting her heat ray at it. She was trying to punch it or something like that, but
she tried.
Didn't work. And it ultimately led to I said Connor. Mon-el asking his mother where his father Largan is, and she lied by saying that he killed himself.
I don't want to say that bitch.
Yeah, she's a bee. And you said it already. I just said she's a bee. But yeah, he couldn't come to find it in himself to kill her. So he puts on the gun, and they all of National City watch as a fleet of 1,000 Daxamite ships just come through.
They literally infested National City.
That was terrifying. It's like the first season, but worse.
Yeah.
Because the first season was it was Fort Ross.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of prisoners, but this is Daxamite ships.
Yeah. It's thousands of ships that hold probably hundreds of people per ship.
That is freaking crazy.
Whoa.
And that's pretty much where the episode leaves us at.
Yeah.
Easter eggs. Batman was referenced.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Wynn said, or Jimmy was talking about, how people are afraid of the Guardian.
Yeah.
And Wynn's it's kind of like how people see Clark's friend.
Oh.
And what do you call that?
Catch that.
Or I think Jimmy's I think that's how they see Clark's friend. And then Wynn's aren't they frenemies?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that was a really cool Batman.
This is a smaller reference, but in sync.
Yes.
And Justin Timberlake as well as Britney Spears.
It's Britney, bitch.
Wynn was whistling the Super Friends song.
I'm your super friend.
That's awesome.
Your super friend.
Stryker Island.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor. And
I want to see him so bad.
That's all I got.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
For the Easter eggs. Oh, it's another thing is I did some research on obviously all these cast members, and I believe that the reason why that scene felt so real, Chris Wood, him when he said what happened to his father committed suicide, I believe his father had a mental illness in real life, Chris Wood's actual father, and that's why it seemed like a real moment when he said when she said he killed himself.
Yeah.
And that seemed like See, like again, they put like real moments in the show where it makes you really relate, and that was a really powerful moment. Just like when Jimmy was talking to Marcus throughout the episode, just very good interactions. The action was just good enough. It was very well balanced in this episode. No other Easter eggs. What do we see in the preview?
Steph.
Daxamite invasion.
Yeah,
and Rhea's continued plan to conquer Earth because her son didn't want to leave, which will not end well, we're guessing. So this is like a sort of theory, or who do you think is going to die before the end of the season?
You really think someone's gonna die?
Possibly.
I hope not.
I feel like the Beacon of Hope thing, like Jimmy, like not to say that he couldn't come back because you never stay dead on comic book shows, but what if he died and then he becomes a beacon of light because of his sacrifice? Like he saves Marcus and his whole
familia,
species.
Yeah, you
something
think
like
so?
that. Yeah, from Rhea. And we also had, like, you guys could go back in the videos, but we had a time trapper theory of how they could create the pocket universe between this and Flash.
Yeah,
we had the Savitar and Sportsmaster theory that they could be the big bads for the next super legendary Flowerverse Super Legendary Flowerverse crossover.
Yeah.
And then the time travel would come into play by just combining the two Earths. And we also had maybe Superman or even mon-el and Kara either getting stuck on
in the Phantom Zone?
In the Phantom Zone, or they end up on Warworld, which is Mongol.
Ooh.
And maybe they all end up there. Or like maybe it's even Kara, Clark, mon-el, and Zod, and they all end up having a fight on Warworld.
That would be sick.
And then the rest of the team are just trying to find them. And then maybe Jean sees Bagan again, and then they have the whole White Martian bad guy team, because we saw like the first couple of them, you know, earlier on in the season when she was there.
Yeah.
And then we still have Madame President. I thought she was going to show up in this episode. And Jeremy had the theory that she was a...
she
a
confirmed,
a Durian.
A Durlin.
I
a Durlin.
was joking. Yes.
I think she confirmed it in a interview.
Okay.
But not many people caught it.
And Jeremy thinks that she is the gecko from Geico.
Exactly. Chameleon Girl.
Yes.
And she's tied to the Legion. So
yes. I think she dates Colossal Boy.
Why not?
And that'd be awesome if we saw Colossal Boy. Imagine a giant person.
That would be sick.
We saw that giant thing in Legends, and also Ray Palmer became giant, so it's not like they couldn't do that. Yeah. So maybe the Legion is something to look forward to in then, you know, upcoming seasons.
Dude, that would... see, now that you're bringing that in, I feel like, and I don't want to say this, but I feel like Jimmy's character might die.
But it's like a progression, and it's not like he hasn't died in the comics. Jimmy Olsen has died so many times and come back with so many powers.
True.
In the comics.
Yeah. Why not?
When he comes back, he'll be like Elastic Man or something. Or Plastic Man.
Yeah. I can't theorize much else.
What other theories do we have here? I think we just all put it on the table and we pretty much like... is mon-el going to get a suit?
Maybe it's like a... Yeah, maybe. I hope he gets a suit, but maybe it's like the scene where he dies. Yeah. If Jimmy does die, Rhea is going to kill him, but like right before he dies, he pulls the trigger.
Oh.
It's like a life for another.
Jimmy kills Rhea.
And then vice versa, Rhea kills Jimmy.
Don't even hate on that idea, because that's a good way for his character to go out.
Yeah.
Save, like the human saves everyone.
Yeah.
And then he'll come back, and then in a couple seasons from now, he'll have a gold helmet and be like the guardian that we know.
Dr. Fate.
Yeah. I'll seal your fate. Or let me put some reverb on that. Seal your fate. But yeah, that'd be pretty crazy if they brought in like Naboo and all this magic stuff. But right now they're focusing on the alien. Once they start melding the Earths together, that's when they could start doing all that stuff. But this show, they could do they could put Constantine in here, or a version of Constantine in here, or maybe Zatanna, like.
But
Teen
it seems
Titans.
like those people, that group is a little more darker. This Supergirl's theme is a lot more lighter.
Yeah.
It's action-packed and stuff, and it does have deep lessons and stuff like that, but it's not as dark as Constantine. I haven't seen the show. That's true. You know, but seeing him on Arrow...
Oh, he's dark as fudge.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He seems to fit better on the Arrowverse.
He's darker than Arrow, surprisingly.
Ah, okay. And yes, I don't know how he would fit on Supergirl. Maybe if they melded, yeah.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
But you know what would be cool? I know that like people probably won't like this idea, but it's just an idea.
Go for it.
Because it's already different. But maybe Mon-el will take the role of like... Not the role of, but maybe they will borrow bits and pieces of Superboy's story, and maybe they could have him like cloned, and like he could be like if you people have watched Young Justice,
yeah,
maybe they could create Match, who is like his equal but like more powerful. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And then
he's one in the white suit. Or silver suit,
and then he takes like some sort of like enhancement.
Yeah,
Mon-el, and he gets like addicted to it in the next season.
Oh yeah, like how Superboy had the pill from. I mean the patch. From Lex Luthor.
They're called shields.
Ah,
and what if,
dude? That'd be crazy if Rhea doesn't die.
Yeah,
she works with Cadmus.
And that would be cool if we saw Lex next season.
Yeah,
really cool. Yeah. Bring back Michael Rosenbaum, or it doesn't work.
I mean, he's on
and bring back Clark Kent from Smallville. I'm sorry, I have to put that in there because he would be awesome as like Superboy Prime or something like that, or Golden Age Superman. But seriously, that would be awesome to see Tom Welling back on the small screen again.
Yeah,
and offer some sage advice to Tyler Hoechlin's Superman and be like, "Bro, I lifted Apocalypse and I threw it into the next solar system. Why can't you keep up a building?" But yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting to see everybody come back. We're also going to see Cat Grant come back too by the end of the season.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
In the finale, I think.
Nice.
So it's supposed to be some sort of battle of epic proportions. We only have 2 episodes left.
Yeah.
2, and we're done with the season.
That is a crazy.
This is going into, I guess, the final thoughts for this episode.
After what you said, I am feeling a lot of emotions. We're almost done, dude, and we went through this whole entire season of all these shows.
Yes,
not missing one.
Whew, it was really good.
DCTV is awesome.
We might have combined a couple episodes, but at least we did them all.
Yeah,
22 episodes, and we're back again for another 22 or 23, depending on what they say for next. But we know that Supergirl, Legends, Flash, and Arrow are returning next year, and apparently we're gonna get a Teen Titans series, and a Black Lightning series has already been in production. So
Teen Titans already in production?
No, Teen Titans is in
it's
development.
Okay,
and that's live action, and it's gonna have
Nightwing
or Dick Grayson. They didn't specify Nightwing, so
okay.
we could still have the actual Teen Titans. So
sweet.
Dick Grayson, Starfire, Raven, Beast Boy.
So the original,
yeah, but we don't know about Cyborg yet. So,
okay.
But maybe we could see Hawk and Dove, or you never know. Maybe Wally West and Jesse Quick could go over onto that show and have a little bit of training, or so that Barry can actually save some.
I got to put this out there.
Crime. Stop some crime.
I might say this on the Flash too, but they should also have the Tornado Twins.
Yeah, that would be
Barry's
sick.
kids.
Yeah,
that would be sick.
You know who they also have
on any show.
You know who they also have. They should have the Wonder Twins.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Take the shape of, in the form of, but yeah, there's so many things to look forward to on these shows, and if you have a little bit of imagination, you guys can just have your own ideas. Put it down in the comments down below what your ideas what your ideas are to make the show better, and what you guys enjoyed throughout this whole season, and your theories of what's supposed to come, and something about the show.
I'm just kidding.
I want to see Win and Mon-el suit up.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
And John to stop getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, that's...
And if Jimmy doesn't have an ultimate sacrifice at the end of the season, he should definitely have a better story next season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what I was gonna say. Maybe that would be really cool if at one point Supergirl and Superman visit Themyscira on this show.
Ooh.
Or maybe they introduce... Yeah, maybe they don't even show Wonder Woman. They show Cassie. Wonder Girl.
Oh.
That'd be really cool.
Isn't she part of Teen Titans?
Yes.
A different...
That would be really cool, you know, just to
side group. Yeah.
And then maybe instead of having Batman show up, they could just have Dick Grayson or Tim Drake or Jason Todd show up on these shows.
Or on
Todd. Supergirl.
Yes.
And yeah, you have all our other theories, so you guys
I'm whelmed.
Yes, I want to hear that. I want to hear somebody say
Someone, yes, please.
Because we had a meta moment this episode, which was when doing that Supergirl, the Super Flash crossover theme song. So we want more meta moments like that where they mention like a character. What do you rate this episode?
9.7 Daxum takeovers out of 10.
Nice. I rate this 10 durians out of 10. That being said,
sorry, I was about to say that's a stinky fruit.
It is a stinky fruit, but it tastes delicious. Actually, we know the jackfruit version, not the durian version. It's very similar, but durian's a lot more stinkier.
Stanky.
I think I might have had it one time.
I did not like that.
I don't know how we even got there, but yes, it's delicious. You just can't drink Coke with it because you're gonna get sick. Actually, you're gonna explode. That's what's gonna happen to you. What do you think about it, Bears?
I like this episode. It's pretty decent.
Nice. Okay, hashtags for this one. Hashtag hero.
Stank.
Batman.
Nice. Okay, so one more time. Hashtag hero.
Stank.
Batman.
So that being said, you guys go leave a comment down below what you thought about the episode and leave your theories of what's to come. And if you enjoyed, go leave a like.
Come over to my channel where we figure out exactly how to make your own Philosopher's Stone. We don't actually know how, but we do have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. videos, so that's kind of cool, right? It's something. It's a good, just come check me out, please.
Be sure to check out our Creators Co. as well as social links down below. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching the 17th episode of the Justice Clubhouse Podcast. And we'll see you guys.
Hopefully it's the 17th.
Hopefully. Yeah. If not, then we are stupid. Disregard this.
I'll see you in the next one.
Bye. It's stankily delicious.
Woo!